It's Scott here, and we're going to be servicing the fork on this Trek MT220 with an SR Suntour SR2015 fork. The most important tool you're going to need is this SR Suntour fork cap tool. So you can see these ridges, they're going to fit like a key into this cap on the drive side. So you're going to need that here. And then this cap over here is just a dust cap. There's nothing on the non-drive side at all. All of the business end is on the drive side, like the spring and elastomers and all that stuff. I'll try to provide a link in the description to the one on eBay if I can find it. The other thing you're going to need, which is important, is the long reach hex bit set, and then an extension and a socket wrench. So the other thing you're going to need is the Slickoleum light grease. This is really important. You need the right grease for this job. So don't even start this if you don't have the grease or this tool. You're going to want to disconnect the front brake and take off the front wheel first. So just disconnect that, and then you can unscrew the barrel adjuster, so, and then get the brake cable out. So the front brake is disconnected. I'm going to take off the front wheel. So that's cool. Got the front wheel off. So right here on the drive side, you're going to use your fork tool. Go counterclockwise to loosen. Just make sure you don't strip this out, because this is very important. It's just plastic, so be careful. Cool, so we got that adjuster cap off, and that exposes the spring. You can see the top of the spring right there. So I'm just gonna use that, like the thing that holds the chain and the chain breaker tool. And it's got like a hook. See if we can hook the spring. Oh yeah, nice. That grease actually, it looks healthy. So there is a bolt in here. It's actually a 6mm hex bit. So we're just gonna take this hex bit and put it on an extension, put it down in there. Get it. Fun part's trying to get it to engage. Just go counterclockwise with it. Okay, so it's like finger loose. And then now, since the 6mm bolt on the drive side is loose, we're going to be able to get the lowers off. So we're just going to pull the lowers down like so, and there you have it. So yeah, the grease is all rancid and gunked up. As you can see, like, there's a ton of gunk in the lowers on the bushings. So we're going to clean all that up with a bottle brush, and then get the uppers clean, get all this old rancid sticky grease off. And this is the elastomer down here. So like it's angled upward. So this elastomer, it's flat on the bottom, and then it's angled upward towards this. Alright, so the easiest way to remove this bolt is with a magnet. You could tip the whole bike upside down, but I don't know. Everything gets thrown around. So I got this like telescopic magnet from Harbor Freight. We're just gonna slide it down there, and then just like that, we got the bolt and the elastomer out. Alright, so I have the lowers in the kitchen sink. I got the bottle brush. I'm just gonna use some warm soapy water. Clean out the lowers. Go in there with the bottle brush. Okay. So as you can see, it's pretty dirty in there. But yeah, I'm gonna clean it up, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll reassemble this thing with new lube. Alright, so now that everything's cleaned up, all the old gunky grease is off there, and cleaned out the lowers. So now that the lowers are all cleaned out, nice and grime free, we can start re-greasing everything, putting everything back together. We're gonna use our Slickoleum light grease and re-grease everything and put the whole thing back together. This is what the grease looks like. We're gonna first grease the bushings and the lowers, so get a nice healthy coat of grease in these bushings. Put grease inside of these bushings as well. So just get a good coating of grease inside there. Like so. There's like a ridge right there on the bottom of this. And that just pops into place. Okay, just like so. I'm going to put the bolt back in so it has the elastomer, like the hollow part of the elastomer here faces the threads. Then you got this little elastomer on top and this flat spot. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of Slickoleum on there. So we're gonna put Slickoleum on the elastomer, and the bolt, and then on the shaft of the bolt, like so. And then we're just gonna drop that right into the drive side of the uppers. And just bop it a couple times and there you go. I'm gonna slap some Slickoleum on here, get it all nice and greased up, slide it up the bolt. Like so. So we got this blue thread locker and we're gonna put that on the threads of the bolt. Put the thread locker on. And then we're gonna put some Slickoleum on the uppers. Get a good coating on the uppers all the way around. And then we're gonna slide the lowers onto the uppers. Okay. So like so. First we're just gonna tighten it down with the toggle wrench and then we'll torque it to spec. So we're going clockwise. So now that we have our torque wrench set to 10 Newton meters, we're just gonna tighten down the bolt to 10 Newton meters. So this little click, that's saying that it's torqued to 10 Newton meters. Now that the fork bolt is torqued to 10 Newton meters, we can put the spring back in. The spring in this fork didn't have any like contaminants in it. It was all just full of grease. So if you want to, if yours is dirty or had water in it, get this all cleaned up and then slap some more of the Slickoleum on it. I'm just going to put a little bit of Slickoleum on this plastic piece at the bottom. Like so. So the plastic piece is oriented like this, like the hollow part is facing down towards the bolt. So we got that lubed up and we're just going to drop it into the upper. Like so, and then if we push the spring down, it should make the lowers go down. Like that. Okay. Alright, so now that we got the spring in and everything is put together, and we wiped off the excess grease, we're going to put the adjuster cap back on with the SR Suntour tool. And then just be very careful not to cross thread it and don't over tighten it. So just finger tighten it in, making sure it's threaded correctly. And then just tighten it so. So there we go. We serviced the fork. It's all nice and ready to go. All we have to do is reconnect the brake cable. So we're just going to reconnect the front brake cable. Like so. So the front brake cable is reconnected. So we got the front brake cable reconnected, and we'll just throw the front wheel back on. So we just have to reconnect the front brake, like so, and then tighten on the front wheel. There we go. Okay, so we're going to test out the travel in the front fork now. Oh, it's a lot better.